Hey, Dons fans, I am here with Robert Emery, fifth-year graduate student, Bay Area kid. Was a catcher for USF Dons. Thanks for being here, Robert. Let's go through some of these awards. You made the Buster Posey Watchlist 2 years in a row for Nation's Best Collegiate Player. Last year, you were the team leading hitter at a .320 batting average. Team leading hitter this year with .381 batting average. You played 17 games. You had a 13-game hitting streak. And within that 13-game hitting streak, you had a .450 batting average, which is insane. Talk about the honor of being on that Buster Posey watch list for 2 years in a row.
Yeah, definitely a great honor, and definitely I'm very proud to say that was something I was able to accomplish because going into college, that's, as a catcher, that's the goal. Every catcher in the country wants to have that honor, and it's kind of a tangible honor because that all you have to do is work yourself into the starting lineup and produce and help your team win, and that'll get recognized. So that was definitely a nice honor to receive that and be able to take that with me.
Well, I mean, let's just talk a little bit about your hitting as well. I mean, definitely a big, strong suit for you. Just talk about the pride that you put into your hitting.
Yeah, I mean, that's my passion. It's what I love to do, and it's the thing that I kind of that's what I've tried to develop my whole life is my swing and develop my mind and my body as a hitter. But the results I was able to have this year, I'm pleased with, just because I know that every at bat and every pitch I competed clearly and to the best of my ability. So again, the coronavirus thing shortening the season, it hurts, but you can feel a lot better with it and kind of have some peace in knowing that you did what you could, and every time you went on the field, you really gave it your all and focused and went through your process to get the results that you wanted.
They wanted me to bring up the fact that, you have been such a great hitter and Nino has counted on you and your leadership, but he says that he has had to fire you a couple times. He calls you the assistant to the assistant to the assistant hitting coach.
I probably shouldn't comment on that one. Anytime I've gotten fired as the assistant to the assistant to the assistant hitting coach, I've rehired myself as my own best hitting coach. So I love that coach gave me that title, and I think it's a little tongue in cheek, but overall, I think it just comes from me having a passion for hitting and wanting to kind of pursue my best and help guys around me when I can. And I a lot of times that isn't my job, but sometimes I just can't help myself I love to talk about hitting. I love to try new things when I'm hitting. That's a label I wear with pride. And if we're going to have a little bit of a Billy Martin, George Steinbrenner relationship where I get fired and rehired, it's fine by me as long as we're still friends and I get rehired eventually.
That's great. One of the things about USF baseball is the culture that has been built many, many decades. One of the great hires that Nino did a couple years back is bring in Coach Giannino. And talk a little bit about how special he's been to the program.
This is a pretty special thing for me. I mean, I've grown up in San Francisco my whole life. I've been, 7 years old. I was going to USF Dons summer baseball camp. 2006, I was a junior Don. And that was, the 2006 team was really the team that laid the groundwork for the, what's become known as Don's culture. Coach Giartano and Coach Knox have lived it, and they've dictated kind of the four pillars that we're going to live by. But the 2006 group playing in a regional for the first time in 166 years of USF Dons baseball really showed that culture was something that mattered, and it was something that could be quantified in wins, and it was gonna lead to something. And I was coached by the players on that 2006 team, and if you look at what those guys have done in their lives, much less what they accomplish as baseball players, but in their lives, it's a separator. there's no question that valuing the little things, paying attention to detail, bringing your best self to the field every day, all that, it really is what matters, and it's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. And same thing with Coach Giannino. I mean, him coming to USF has put this program back on track to what we had been building for so many years, and has really given a deeper meaning and sense of pride to the players in the program about what it means to play for the University of San Francisco, what it means to live in San Francisco, what it means to get to play baseball at this level, and what it means to be able to look your teammates in the eye and your coaches in the eye and say, I'm giving my best, and understanding what a best effort really looks like.
It's amazing because this was kind of a dream team. I mean, you get back your Friday, Saturday, Sunday starter in Mishak, Barasa, or Nito. You've got you behind the mound. You've got Ricky at third. You've got Jacob at first. You've got Tyler in center field. So you've got all these great senior veterans. And I believe you guys are going to Pepperdine. And, talk about pre-COVID, what are you thinking? What's the game plan?
We're going down to number 16 Pepperdine, and it's starting to look like we know as soon as conference begins, every weekend can be the series of the year. But there wasn't a single guy on our team that didn't believe we weren't going to sweep or win that series. We felt like we were playing our best baseball. So there's no better time for us to go play them and to really test ourselves. And that's why you play. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we prepare for the whole year is to get challenged when it matters by players who are perceived as the best.
How did you guys find out, who gave you the news? Obviously, Coach G.
We were on the bus to Pepperdine, and 8 a.m. the bus left. And about 9 a.m., guys are checking their phones, and they say the Pac-12 just canceled all sports. Mm-hmm. The SEC just canceled their baseball series this weekend. And we're just sitting there, like, with a sick feeling in our stomachs. Like, the writing was kind of on the wall, unfortunately. So we were in Kettleman City for about 2 hours and then turned the bus around. And then Coach G addressed us in the weight room. Yeah, it was definitely an emotional meeting to hear G actually say, this season's canceled and you guys don't have any commitment here. You're free to go home. And it's like, wow, like we're supposed to be practicing in Pepperdine right now in an alternate reality, but guys are cleaning out their lockers and cleaning out their apartments and flying home.
So what are you guys doing to have that sense of normalcy or that brotherhood?
We've had a weekly Zoom meeting to just kind of check in. The past couple ones have been about just updates. Like, there was one where Coach G really broke down what it meant for everyone to get the eligibility back. There have been a couple other ones where it's just, we've had player development meetings just like we did in the fall. Yesterday's meeting was, what was a defining moment in all of our careers. And we kind of went around and shared that and took that opportunity to get a little deeper meaning of what guys have overcome or what motivates guys, or get to know each guy on the team a little bit better. You realize as soon as you go into isolation, like what actually gets you through your days and what you really enjoy, and how much fun and happiness just being around that group of people brings you every day. There's a lot of uncertainty with everything surrounding baseball right now, but there will be baseball eventually, and wherever it's played, if that's pro ball in college, what have you. I hope there's an opportunity for me to pursue that at the highest level that I can. Really, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, because we have no idea what form any of baseball is going to take this year. So
awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck.